Welcome to week 12 of the BDE Sports Talk Podcast Pickem Show. For the 10 views that we get a week.
The reels get a lot.
3 of the views are right here in the show already.
The 7 people that have watched our Pickem
show. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
I don't know if it gets watched, but I mean, we do have that my coworker there, Nick, who's in our betting group on and he's into the picks. So at least there's that. Somebody else, not us, is also making these bets. I don't know who else out there is doing it, but I think some of his friends might do it too. I think he just tells them what they are and then
claims them as his own. I get it.
He sent them the link to our channel, but they obviously didn't subscribe. So they're probably just like, okay, we didn't want all that. Just what's the parlay?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. They're 2 and 7.
Hey man.
So yeah, I don't want to talk about it.
Anyways, I know based on the 2, I've made more money than I bet.
Right.
I mean,
I made some stupid bets last week.
You're just trying to go for it, man. I saw it.
Yeah.
They weren't bad. They just didn't work out.
Well, the UTSA Rice, I took it was like they were up like 28 and the line was 27.5 with like 2 to go. And they recovered a fumble, UTSA, and that would have been the game. But they did a replay and Rice actually recovered it in the bottom of the pile. And you could see it on the replay. And then Rice scored a touchdown right after that. I'm like, you rat bastards. I hate you, Rice.
I didn't have this one in the betting group, but I did a 5-leg parlay for last night's game. And everything hit other than Mark Andrews needed 40 yards receiving. Of course, he went down.
Yeah.
He got 23 yards, and then we were done. I was like, oh. Everything else, yeah. But it is what it is, man.
That helps. I forgot to take Joe Burrow out of my starting fantasy lineup, and he went down in the second quarter as well. I mean, I didn't have money on that, but if that makes you feel any better.
Just your fantasies. That's all.
Yeah. In my fantasy. He went down.
Oh no.
Oh, Joe.
So real quick, going over last week, Eddie, you were 14-4 on the money line. That puts you at 149.55 at 73%. Dean was 13-5. He was 158.47 at 77.1%. What's that?
So at least I had that, the money line.
15. I was 15-3. That puts me at 157.47 for 77%. I was 10-8 against the spread or over unders. That puts me at 99, 95-4, which is an even 50%. Eddie was 9-9. He is now 94, 96, and 8 at 47.5%. And Dean went 6-12. 6-12. That puts you at 103, 91, and 5 at 51.8%. Dean, you had 28 points last week, so that puts you at 390. Eddie had 32 points. That puts him at 364. And I had 35 points. That puts me at 379. So Dean's still in first in points and money line and against the spread. So,
oh, I didn't know.
Both of you guys hit your lock picks. That puts you both at 7-4 at 63.6%. I did not. I'm 6-5 at 54.5%. PJ Fleck will forever be my mortal enemy. So, how do you?
That's tough, dude. It's tough to take to bet on 2 bad Big Ten. I think we miss a lot of those
Mm-hmm.
in general, just because it's like, here's what it should be, and then it doesn't even come close.
Right.
Like Wisconsin getting spanked. Like, what?
Yeah.
What the hell was that? Like, dear
Yeah.
Lord.
Well, Northwestern. Yeah.
He should probably get Coach of the Year in the Big Ten.
Yeah.
I think.
Premium bets, we were 2 and 3. MSU, Ohio State over 47 didn't hit. Minnesota obviously did not hit. Kansas -3.5 did not hit. But Northwestern, Wisconsin under 42, and Maryland -2 both hit. So, yeah, good week for me as far as that goes. I still would trade in all that just to get the People's Parlay. So,
oh heck yeah,
in that sense, that's a loss.
I would take Dean's crappy record from last week if we hit that parlay.
Yeah,
I was definitely due for a crappy record one of these days.
That might be the worst week out of all 3 of us the whole season.
I've gotten close.
And you're still in the lead.
Yeah,
that's saying something. So everyone has a bad week, man.
I had a couple of really good weeks though too.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like everyone has bad weeks. Ask Eddie.
I've had a lot.
Oh.
The last 3 have been pretty good.
Yeah.
No, you've been pretty good the last 3 weeks. Yes.
Yeah. Say it louder for the people in the back.
Hey, 7 people in the back.
Hey, you guys probably not listening. Like, make the picks. Like, what
comment a parlay. I don't care what it is. I'll play it. Give me your best
parlay.
bet. At this point, I'm about to do a giveaway. So someone comments, I'll give away something. I don't
An
care.
experience with Dean.
Yes. And we just went down a viewer. Lost another one.
It's too expensive.
Hang out with Dean for a day on a weekday. You get to go to work.
And drive around, see all sorts of different cities.
Smell the depression in his truck.
It smells pretty heavily of depression in there.
So, all right. Well, let's get into this week. We'll go over the 5 games that are, I guess, of any importance of this week. First, we'll go with number 3 Michigan at Maryland. Maryland is +19. Over under is 50. I personally, I took Michigan to win, even without they fired their linebackers coach today. So the plot thickens. It's super weird. But then the Big Ten closed their investigation, and it's just like it was like a backdoor deal. It feels like.
Well, yeah,
it's
just
weird.
Fire the linebackers coach. All right, that's right.
It took 3-game suspension. Stallion's friend gets fired. It's all coming down. I just don't know what to think. Yeah. I don't know. Anyways,
it's not good.
To the game.
It seems not good. Yeah.
Seems not good. But the Big Ten's not looking into it anymore. So,
well, there's nothing more they can really do at this point.
So the NCAA.
Yeah.
I am sick of seeing Paul Feinbaum's face every day on my ESPN page. That guy can just stick to his SEC.
I can't. I'm not in on that.
That guy's the worst. I don't even click on it. Just I don't want to give him a click. The guy just needs to stick to Alabama and leave it at that. We get it. You don't like Harbaugh. He's been like that for 7 years. This is stupid. Anyways, this isn't about Paul Feinbaum. This is about the games. I actually took Michigan to win, and took the under.
Actually,
well, I took the under 50. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. Michigan might just do the same thing they did last week and run the ball the whole time. I just don't. I just don't see it being 28-21. You know what I mean? I think it's just going to be, I don't know, 17-7, something like that. So I took Michigan in the under 50. What you got, Dean?
I actually took Michigan to win as well. It was a big surprise for everybody.
Actually,
I took Michigan to win. I also took them to cover. I think their defense is going to hold Maryland's run game, which is, that's Big Ten football essentially, is mostly run. And Maryland does that quite a bit, just like everybody else. And that plays right into Michigan's hands, as with all the other Big Ten teams. So I think they're gonna win and cover. It might not be a high scoring game, but I just don't think Maryland's going to score very much. So I have Michigan to win and cover.
And Maryland's defense is pretty good too, for what it's worth. I think they were 38th in the nation in total defense. So top 50, still not bad considering there's 130 teams. But
yeah. I'm with you. I did the same as Dean. I got Michigan winning and cover. I don't think Maryland's going to score very much, and I don't see how they'll keep Michigan out of the end zone 4 times. 4 touchdowns is nothing for that offense against Maryland, I think. And them to only score maybe a field goal or a touchdown. It just seems like that's a good number to try and hit the cover, I think. They know what they're doing in Vegas, I guess, but that's I like Michigan to cover that.
Okay. Next up, we got MSU at Indiana. Indiana is a 3.5 point favorite at home. The over-under is 47. We'll start with Eddie.
Yeah, I took Indiana to win and cover. They're pretty similar teams right now, which is pretty sad. Sad to say, but that's the reality of the situation. So I don't know. I haven't seen anything for Michigan State that just. They got that win against Nebraska at home, and there was as much, I think, personal value to how they played as much as anything else. Because they weren't going to do anything against Ohio State anyway, but
right.
They really didn't. Also, so Indiana to win and cover at home. The game doesn't mean much to either team. Just to try and get to the end of the season at this point, but. Yeah, no, I got Indiana winning and covering just because they're at home, and it's hard to pick Michigan State.
All right, Dean.
I went against that. I picked Michigan State to win. I think this is it's a winnable game for them. If they're gonna win one away, this is probably be it. And that for me, this game was more of just a toss up than anything because they're both not good teams. And so I just went ahead and just went with my favorite team and just picked Michigan State to win with the automatic cover.
I'm with Dean. I took MSU to win and cover.
Michigan State from a premium. You're welcome.
No, I firmly think Michigan State's going to win. I know they haven't been very good, but Indiana hasn't been very good either. Michigan State. They're 60th in the nation in total defense. And I want to say that Indiana, right here, Indiana's 84th in the nation in total defense. When you look at 2, 3, and 7 teams, you got to look for things you know what I mean, that maybe you can differentiate. Indiana's 107th in the nation in total offense. MSU's 121st. So it's almost one of those things where you could probably take the under. And
thought about it.
And it might be a comfortable bet there. But I think Michigan State's going to pull it out. I haven't picked MSU very much this year. This is a game I think they can go in and win. Obviously, there's a very good chance that they don't, but hey.
I'm leaning more towards they don't, but this is more of a coin toss game for me anyway.
Yeah.
So
yeah, same. So okay, So next up, we'll talk about number 22 Utah 7-3, at number 17 Arizona, who is also 7-3. Arizona's a 1-point favorite. Over under is 46, and we'll start with Dean.
I went with Arizona to win and cover. They've been on a roll as of recent, playing some really good football. I know Utah is a really good team as well, but I think momentum plays a big role in different parts of the season, especially towards the end. They're playing for a decent bowl game. So I mean, both teams are, but I think Arizona is really looking for it, especially after that slow start at the beginning of the year. So I took Arizona to win and cover.
I took Arizona to win, but I took the under at 46. Arizona's been a surprise. Utah's coming off a bad loss. Arizona's going to continue their win streak. Both teams have only been over 6 out of the 20 games combined this season. Arizona is actually the worst team in the Pac-12 in going over. They've only gone over 2 times this year out of 10 games. I think they'll win, but I also think Utah with their defense will keep it low. Eddie?
Yeah, no, I took Arizona to win and cover as well. Just a Pickem game, conference game. They're at home, like Dean said. I mean, they've got the mo right now, but it'd be totally unsurprising for Utah to win. Who did you pick in that build? Did you take Utah?
No, I took Arizona to win, but I took the under.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Because Arizona's only gone over twice this season.
Well, it makes sense. I think that's a good pick. That was definitely a consideration based on the teams, but it felt more comfortable with the spread there. It's like if you're picking them to win, might as well just take the cover on that too if you feel that good about it.
Right.
Kind of hedge your bet a little bit with the under, which is smart too. But I don't know. Yeah. Just seems like a game Arizona wins. It's big for them. It's big for the program. They're at home, so guess we'll see.
Yep. Next up, number 5 Washington, undefeated. At number 11 Oregon State, 8-2. Oregon State is a 1.5-point favorite. At home, over under is 62.5. We'll start with Eddie.
You said Washington's 1.5 favorite now?
No, Oregon State.
Okay.
Yeah, at home.
I took Washington to win, which gives them the auto cover. I think while Oregon State, huge win. It would be a huge win for Oregon State, obviously, and they've been playing super well. But Washington's trying to play for the playoff here, and you got to pick a team that's got it all on the line. I think, especially when they're that talented. Now they've been playing it pretty tight a few of these weeks, and this is a really tough team at their place. But I don't know. I just feel like I had to take Washington here with just what they have at stake, and with a Heisman caliber quarterback. It's hard to pick against that too.
I took Oregon State to win and cover. I think this is where Washington slips. Like you said, they've kind of been flirting with disaster here for the last, we'll say 6 weeks. Oregon State's a really good team. They're at home. This is a huge game this is a huge game for them as well in terms of knocking off Washington. It seems the Pac-12 always kind of shoots itself in the foot when it comes to these types of games where, you'll probably still have Washington, Oregon in the Pac-12 championship. It'd be a lot easier for them to get one in if one was undefeated at the time. You know what I'm saying? So I think Washington's leaving Corvallis with their first loss. Oregon State to win and cover. Dean?
I agree with Eddie on that one. I took Washington to win and cover. Like he said, they're playing for something. They're really playing for something. I know Oregon State can still get a really good bowl game if they win, and who knows if craziness happens, they could end up with a chance at the playoff too. A lot of craziness would have to happen, but I did take Washington to win and cover. I just think their offense is probably going to be a little too much. I mean, that's obviously their MO. So I'm going with them. They've got something to play for. So
Okay. And last game we're going to talk about this week is number 1 Georgia 10-0 at number 18 Tennessee 7-3. Tennessee's a 10-point underdog at home. Over under is 58.5. I will start, and I took Georgia to win and cover. Georgia's going to spank them. They're peaking at the right time. Number 1 team in the country. I don't think they've lost a game in 3 years. Getting close to now. They know they got to beat Alabama. This is their practice game for it. I mean, first, Tennessee. I don't know. I tend to discredit Tennessee, I guess. I do this quite a bit with them this year. But I just think Georgia, and I think, what's his name? Brock Bowers. Yeah. I think he's coming back this week.
Really?
I think so.
Wow,
so
that's huge.
I'll check on that. I'll check on that while you guys are talking. But yeah, I had heard that he was coming back. So
I feel like you're just a Joe Milton hater. Are you just a Milton hater?
I mean, no.
Are you mad that he rolled out?
No, I'm not.
You still upset?
No. No. I got Georgia to win and cover, and we'll go with Dean.
I agree. I'd pick Georgia to win and cover. Tennessee has not been too kind to me the last 2 or 3 times that I've picked them. And I'm done. I'm done picking them. I'm volunteering to not pick them ever again, unless they play somebody in a crappy bowl game and we're doing bowl picks or something. They're playing CMU in the Motor City Bowl. I might consider Tennessee. So
Tennessee would elect not to go to a bowl as opposed to the Motor City Bowl CMU.
For all the reasons you said, Bill, I mean, it's hard to pick against the number 1 team in the nation. They haven't lost in a while. They're playing really good football right now, and Tennessee just got stomped on last week. So Georgia to win and cover.
Yeah, I mean, I obviously took Georgia to win. Maybe that's not obvious, but it should be, right? I took Georgia to win, but I also took the over in this game. Georgia's gone over in 6 of their last 7 games. And Tennessee's gone over in 4 of their last 6. I know it's tougher because Georgia's got that defense. So a little tougher for Tennessee to help Georgia get that over. But Tennessee is at home, so I think gives you a little juice. So I'm not sure I trusted the cover. I think Tennessee's a little better than you guys are giving them credit for, although they've let you down. I think they'll be juiced up for the game. So, and they got talented kids. So we'll see. But Georgia, if they're juiced up too, then it's Georgia by a couple dozen.
Bowers came back last week.
And they with Bowers in. Yeah, dude, Bowers. I mean, by far the best tight end in college football.
I mean, you think Tennessee's better than Ole Miss?
No.
Depends on the day. Depends on the day, fair. Man.
You took Tennessee to win?
No. No, I took Georgia in the over.
Oh, over. Okay.
Over, yes. There's no way I'm picking Tennessee to win that game. They could.
Like for as much as I'm Joe Milton here, it sounds like you love him.
Hey, dude. You can slip up anywhere. And it's not like Tennessee's, Mississippi State.
Right. Or Weston or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. They're kind of like Ole Miss.
Yeah.
And they got beat 52-17.
Week to week, you never know.
Week to week. You never know.
You never know.
It's true. You know what? And I'm saying this, and it will be like 28-24. It very well could be.
It could happen.
I don't think that's good enough.
Rocky Top's blaring. Peyton's big head.
48. 52. I need 6-7 more points than that. How about 35-24?
35-24.
35-24. That's perfect for all of us, actually.
That'd be ideal.
Yeah, that's the
Let's
most
all
ideal
make
score.
this money.
Okay, well, let's go over our cards. Let's go over our games, and I'll go first. I'll do the lines so that people know, and then you guys, if you want to, you can, but you don't have to. We already did Michigan. I had Michigan under 50, MSU win cover. Northwestern beating Purdue. Northwestern's +3, over unders 49. I got Northwestern winning and covering. Rutgers at Penn State. Penn State 20-point favorite, over under 40.5. Penn State to win and cover. Both are good against the spread. Rutgers got blanked last week. Probably be low scoring for them again this week. Give me Penn State. Illinois at Iowa, -3, over under 32.5. I took Iowa in the under 32.5. Minnesota at Ohio State, -27.5 for Ohio State. I took them to win and cover. Nebraska at Wisconsin, -6 for Wisconsin, over under 37. I took Wisconsin and the under 37. Louisville at Miami. Miami's a 1-point favorite at home, which is weird to me. Over under 46.5. I took Louisville to win with the cover. North Carolina at Clemson. Clemson a 7.5-point favorite at home, over under 59. I took Clemson and the over on that. Kansas State at Kansas. Kansas 10-point underdog at home, over under 57.5. I took Kansas State to win and cover. Texas at Iowa State. Iowa State 7.5-point underdog at home, over under 46. I took Texas to win and Iowa State to cover that. Iowa State may actually win the game. We'll see. Colorado at Washington State. Washington State 4-point favorite at home, over under 60. I took Colorado to win and cover. Auto cover. UCLA at USC. USC 5-point favorite at home, -5, over under 63.5. I took. What's up?
Oh, it dropped 1.5 since.
Oh, sorry.
Like 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah. I mean, you should. I got a lot of marks on mine because mine were from yesterday morning. I'm like, oh, okay. There were some real adjustments there. Yeah.
I wasn't really paying attention up until right there. I was like, oh. Okay,
UCLA, USC -5, over under 63.5. I took USC in the over 63.5. Utah, Arizona, we talked about, -1, over under 46. Arizona in the under. Cal at Stanford, I know 4-6 against 3-7, but it's the game. Bandits on the field. Stanford at 6.5-point underdog at home, over under 55. I took Cal in the over 55. We talked about Washington, Oregon State already, and Georgia, Tennessee. And then Florida at number 9, Missouri. Missouri 11-point favorite at home, over under 57. I took Missouri and over 57. So we'll go with Dean, and I'll type them out as you do yours.
All right. So I went with starting with Purdue at Northwestern. I picked Purdue to win and cover. I took Penn State to win and the over. I took Iowa to win and cover. I took Ohio State to win and cover. Wisconsin to win and cover. I actually took Louisville to win and cover as well. Well, I guess it'd be the automatic cover. I took North Carolina over Clemson. I know that's kind of a bold thing, but North Carolina still has a chance at the ACC championship game if some things happen for them. So once again, it comes back to them playing for something. I took Kansas State in the under. Texas to win and cover. Took Washington State to win and cover. USC to win and cover. Obviously, we talked about Arizona. I took Cal to win and cover, and I took Missouri in the over as well.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So based on that, we only got 2 premiums this week. So I don't know if I think that's a good thing.
I think so.
So going through them, starting with Purdue at Northwestern, I took Northwestern with the cover. Rutgers at Penn State, I took Penn State, but Rutgers to cover. Illinois at Iowa, I have Iowa and to win and cover. Minnesota OSU, I took Ohio State in the under. Nebraska at Wisconsin, I took Wisconsin to win and cover. This is our first premium bet. I took Louisville to win and cover. North Carolina at Clemson, I took Clemson to win with a North Carolina cover. The next one, I took Kansas State at Kansas, so I took Kansas State to win and cover. Texas at Iowa State, Texas to win and cover. Colorado at Washington State, I took Colorado to win and cover. UCLA at USC, I took USC to win and cover. Cal at Stanford, I took Cal and the over as well. Florida at Missouri, it's our other premium, I took Missouri in the over.
Yeah, I like that over.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. That segment's been brought to you by Bill Sleeper's podcast. I got nothing. We have no sponsors.
You should have said Better Health. You should have said Better Health.
Yeah.
This is brought to you by Better Health.
This is brought to you by, do you need help with your betting addictions?
Yeah, we should start putting up a gambling hotline at the end of this. Just for me. I've got a problem.
So, all right. Well, let's get into our locks for the People's Parlay. We'll start with you both are at 7-4. So, Dean, we'll start with you.
Ooh, you gave me options because I actually came prepared with two different locks here.
You want me to go with Eddie?
Yeah, go ahead.
No, why don't you go first, Bill?
Okay. I took Illinois, Iowa under 32.5. Iowa hasn't proven me wrong yet. I will make them play their game. I'm 3-1 on the under bet with Iowa. The one loss was to MSU. Illinois has a better defense than MSU. Give me Iowa in the under. And it hasn't been particularly close the last couple of weeks.
Go ahead, Dean, because I have 2 also.
I know, but I was hoping one of you would take the other one, so I had to go with the other one.
Make it easy.
Make it a lot easier on me. Oh, man, that's tough.
All right, hold on. I got number 1 and 2. Who wants 1? Who wants 2?
Give me 2.
Boom.
That's 3.
Yeah. Put your pinky away.
Does that mean I have to go, or do I win to go first?
That means you have to go.
All right. Well, I'm just going to go with it. This is the first one I marked down.
Alabama.
Yeah.
They played tonight. I looked up. I was like, why aren't they on the list? Those my boys.
It doesn't have to be one of these games. It can be whatever game you want it to be. I just do it because it's easy.
I'm going to go with it. So I took my lock is going to be Texas to win and cover over Iowa State.
The cover. The Texas cover.
The old
got his 6-shooter out and everything. Let's see. You guys didn't take either one of them. So
what was your other one?
Yeah. What was the other one?
It was Cal. I was going to take Cal to win and cover over Stanford. I don't think Cal's a bad team, and I think they're way better than Stanford. Not way better, but they're good enough to win by a touchdown or more. In my opinion.
I had 2 as well. 2 other ones.
What was your other one?
UCLA, USC over 63.5, and Northwestern +3.
Yeah, that feels too good. It just seems like Northwestern just has it right now, and Purdue doesn't. I don't know. I'm kind of conflicted here because no, I'll just go with this one. I'm gonna go with Georgia Tennessee over for the things I said earlier. Georgia's been over in 6 of their last 7. Tennessee over in 4 of their last 6. And I think they're gonna put some points up. I went with that one too because my other one was the Missouri Florida over. But I'm like, that's already a premium bet too. So I was like, mix it up a little bit.
Okay.
Definitely.
GA at TN over.
Hey, hook 'em horns, boys, right? Everybody knows I love my Texas. Everybody knows I love my Texas boys. I ride deep with Texas, you know.
Well, not that deep.
No, well, about 4 inches. All right, I'm giving myself too much credit. 3 3/4.
Excellent.
All right. So for the parlay, Illinois, Iowa under 32.5, Texas -7.5, and the Georgia, Tennessee over 58.5. I said Illinois, Iowa under, right? Yeah. Illinois, Iowa under 32.5. That is plus 602 as of 8 o'clock on Friday night. So that's one of our higher ones. So that'll be nice. That'll be nice to go to 3-7 on the year. So
yeah, well, got to manifest it, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, this one's locked.
So all right. Well, that will do it for this week. You guys have anything to add before we get out of here?
Bet responsibly out
Hook
there.
Hook 'em horns, baby.
Yeah.
All right. Good luck, everyone, this weekend. If you're betting, like, comment, subscribe to the video, and subscribe to the channel. And there's also, I just put up a video of me eating a hard-boiled egg. So
it's funnier than it sounds.
yeah, I hate hard-boiled eggs. So like, comment, subscribe to the channel, notification bell. Comment with your bets. Comment with any parlays. Like, if you disagree with everything that we talked about, that'd be fine too. Just comment and let us know. So please comment.
It's a desperate man right there.
Save a young man's life up in the top right corner. All right.
Oh, responsibly.
No, really. Good luck this weekend, and we will see you next week. Pickem. Oh, Pickem.
No, you're right.
No, you're the first time.
Pickem.